name is David Williams, and I am starting this vlog to discuss a corporation called First, and more specifically, the FRC division of First. Now, I obviously look really weird with the light-up tie and safety glasses, but I'm not doing that to just try and show off nerdiness or something. I want to show you how dedicated I am to this cause and why I feel so strongly about making a vlog entry for it, because I believe that a lot of people could get interested in it, but for some reason we're not able to get the word out enough. So, what is FIRST? FIRST is an acronym, first and foremost, and it stands for the Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. Now, as the name obviously suggests, it is a corporation which tries to get people involved in engineering and technology and science, because those fields have not really been emphasized in school or much, and we want more people in those fields because they're solving or attempting to solve things like the energy crisis. So, why should you care about FIRST? Sounds like a big corporation recruiting people. How do I get involved? Well, you can get involved in FIRST as long as you're, alive and breathing. See, the way it works, FIRST is divided into divisions. There is the Junior FLL division, which stands for First LEGO League, and they primarily build robots out of the LEGO Mindstorm sets. They don't really typically do too much complicated stuff, but they do build robots. There's the FLL division, which builds the Mindstorm's robots and actually has them do some more sophisticated stuff. And then there's the First Tech Challenge, the FTC, which is, they are actually full-fledged robots, only not on a particularly large scale. They are about a foot cubed in general. Now, the last division of FIRST is the FRC, which stands for the First Robotics Challenge, and that is the division I am in. Now, what is FRC and all of this? It's all really weird. I've never heard of robotics in my high school. What's going on? Well, robotics in my high school is a team, and our team gets together after school, during weekdays, and even over the summer, and each year we get a new game to play. Starting in the first Saturday of January, all the divisions first get a new game to build a robot to play. Now, I cannot talk much for FTC, FLL, and Junior FLL because I don't know as much about those teams. However, I do believe we all have the same build season, which is from the day you hear about the game to 6 weeks from them is when you have to build your robot to play the game that is given. Now, I know that there are probably lots of questions I can't answer right now because I have to keep this vlog entry a little short, otherwise I could go on for hours and that would get boring. But I will do my best to update future vlog entries and inform you more about robotics, and I will do my best to make them even more exciting. I know I'm just sort of rambling a lot. But, another good question that a lot of people might be asking is, well, I've never even really been interested in robotics, so why should this matter to me? It's a sport. Not in the actual definition of a sport, but my high school actually considers our robotics team a varsity sport. Now, maybe that's because you can't really have a junior varsity version of robotics, but you can actually get a lot of credit if you say you've been on first team. Now, I know I'm probably not doing the best job explaining this right now, but I will do my best, as I said, to update the information in future entries. So, the primary thing you should know about FIRST is that we're all mostly kids. Like, 18 is probably about the oldest team member you'll possibly have if you join a high school division. Now, I've informed you about how we build robots and we play games with them, and you're probably wondering, well, what kinds of games are these? Well, let me give you an example. For this year, there is a large field. It's larger than this living room, and if you can't see it, the field is about 56 by 24, and essentially you have to drive your robot out from where you're controlling it and be able to pick up inner tubes and hang them on pegs. Now, to give you a size estimate of the robots we build, our robot this year was probably about this long, this wide, and like this tall. Possibly this tall when it's not moving. Now, that can extend up to here, this area, about 10 feet, I think. And that's probably an underestimate for how high the peg walls are. Now, I'm going to provide a bunch of links up here in this space and everywhere, and in the description below the video I will do my best to describe where all the links go, so if you are even remotely interested, you can follow the links and learn more. So, I know this hasn't been a particularly exciting first vlog entry, but I hope you will stick with me, because tomorrow my team is having an open house, and we are going to explain more to new people who want to join the team then. We are doing it primarily to recruit team members and show off our robot. So I'll be able to show you both footage of the robot to give you a better idea of what we do within 6 weeks and how everything pretty much works. So I hope you will stay tuned. Please do. One quick thing, I also want to mention that what I do on the team, I learned from pretty much reading a book. Now, obviously looking at a computer screen and wondering what it is, well, this is actually our robot code, which doesn't look impressive from here. But that's because our code involves lots of programs within programs. So see, here's like the outermost layer of the code. Then if you go into here, it opens a brand new gray screen. And you go into there, and it opens all of this, which starts motors and makes sure it knows motors and different things are open. The name of the programming language we use is called LabVIEW. If you don't know anything about it, it's a data flow programming language. It uses lots of pictures instead of text-based code. And if you want to learn more about it, I will probably provide description or links below. And then if you go, I can't find them. Okay, and if you go back to the main screen, you can also go within stuff like this, which is the robot controls. You open that, there's obviously lots more code there again. There is another program within this program somewhere. I actually can't see it right now because it's buried somewhere. But that's just to give you a quick idea of what I'm involved in on the team, just in case you were wondering. Now, if you're interested in programming, I may make a separate entry for programming vlogs to sort of explain more of this to you. Also, a quick shout out to Hank and John Green, the Vlog Brothers, who inspired this idea for me. I've been starting to follow your vlog recently. I'm on the first day of June. I would also like you to know that most of the people involved in FIRST are, I would estimate, 95% nerdfighters. If you have been looking for a society or potential army of nerdfighters, you have found it. I'm probably going to do my best to put in links down here about people who are involved in FIRST, so check them out. Now I know I left a lot of questions about the tie unanswered, but here it is actually lit up. I know the lighting was pretty bad, but to prove to you that there are lights, it lights up. This is my team number, 302. I will explain more about the numbers, again, in future vlog entries. I apologize for not being specific. But I would also like to let you know that I did not make this tie specifically for vlogging purposes. I made it for an event called RoboProm, which, if you have not heard about, I will probably mention in future vlog videos and explain. So, hopefully that's a little bit of incentive and maybe blackmail to keep you involved in the vlog. But I hope I get a lot of people on this, so please, stay tuned, and tell your friends.